Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to say beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Hurts throwing right away. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17. At the Rams' 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goddard, 27 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
Keeps the score Eagles 6. Rams nothing.
Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Cougar. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Stafford looks to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Eagles 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
13 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
At the Rams' 35-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
In motion, the tight end. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Rams.
Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Stafford's pass.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The Eagles take over.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets gets into enemy territory. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, one-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
A gain of 39 yards. And an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
There's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
A pickup of 2 yards. And
throwing is Stafford.
First down.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
now
2.
Stafford.
At the Eagles' 28-yard line.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. To the air again, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Devontae Adams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 2.
14. Eagles 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down.
They'll get this up to the 47 and back down there.
Pass game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
63.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Eagles 18, Rams 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they try to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Rams.
To throw is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Rams first down. Throwing again is Stafford.
It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Williams.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That's what you call stringing the play out. I know he was looking for a spot to get upfield, but they gave him nowhere to cut, nowhere to find a place to make it into the secondary, and they forced him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
His kick is
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Harrison Nevis to kick off for the Rams.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do?
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
That is caught. Touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
Eagles 26. Harrison Mevis to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 48 yards.
And the Eagles have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
There we go now as they will again try for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the
Hurts will throw.
conversion.
And this is going to be intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is caught by Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
17 yards.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 32. Harrison Mevis to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A first down carry for Barkley. Fancy footwork at the 45. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's another Eagles first down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Stafford. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now it's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was
a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is stopped just short of third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
It's fourth down.
They'll run for it with Barkley. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10.
First and 10.
Looking to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the Rams' 41-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. The 20. 5. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 41 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
For the point after.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
39. Rams 36. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Rams first down.
From the 50, Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams.
Stafford's pass.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Stafford. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down.
Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Down to the 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here's second down.
Stafford now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
They snap it to Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done. That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Second and 6 coming up.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Stafford.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's third and 6.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Here's first and 10.
Now it's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that in there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Cougar. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.